I did a law degree at Brasenose College, Oxford. BNC, as we say.
Fun?
Oh, tremendous fun, tremendous fun. I found it tremendously stimulating, architecturally, intellectually, aesthetically. One had to, of course, be very, very partial to Serie.
That featured strongly, did it?
Well, indeed it did. In fact, at times it bordered on being quite bacchanalian, you know? Respect, respect, respect. Booyaka, booyaka.
Please take a seat, Mr. Johnson.
So, what a go on?
What I'm saying?
I said, so what a go on?
Oh, well. Well, how you mean there? Babylon know me on the manners, but you know, I man just speak the word of Jah and wish love in abundance shall reign supreme from the little rat in the sewer there to the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, saying?
Quite.
Mr. Johnson, we just need to clarify a few facts that Mr. Obasanjo can prepare your defence.
Yes, well, as I understand it, you've been charged with several counts of affray and public disorder. And one of the counts alleges that you bit a horse.
Hey, Professor, watch my mouth there. Watch my mouth there. It looks so fierce like it could go bite up a horse. Watch that. They must say me is cannibal now.
Well, biting a horse wouldn't be cannibalism, as I'm sure you know. Seen? No. It would be more a case of criminal damage, wounding via the agency of incision of teeth. Anyhow, is it your assertion that...
What?
Is it your contention that...
What?
Are you...
Saying?
Are you saying that you did not commit any of the acts alleged?
Yes, sir. A trump up business, them is the originator. Why? These people wicked, eh?
Well, what was the demonstration about?
A protest business. Police inspector make defamation statement against the black man. Say black man I do all the mugging them.
I'm sure he didn't mean any harm. I mean, all these demonstrations, the riots and so forth, I mean, they do create rather a bad impression, don't they? For the brethren. People of our hue, seen?
Look, man, me have to come out. Them have too many crazy man there, so no sanitation, the food nasty.
Yes, well, I'll do the best I can, but prison is meant to be a disincentive, you know, against wrongdoing. Hence the Spartan regime.
Yeah, lyrics, boss, lyrics. But me have to come out.
So I take it that you intend to enter a plea of not guilty, right?
See it there?
Okay.
Right. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Johnson. We'll be in touch very, very soon.
Yes. Laters. Soon come.
Yeah. All tight. Breadfruit.
I'm not unamenable to the idea. In fact, it is one which can be accommodated. However, in the circumstances, I think there are a multiple of substantive facts that require some more extended reflection.
So you still want me to sleep on the sofa bed?
I'm sorry?
Do you want me to sleep on the sofa bed because you're frightened I'll ruin your hair?
It's not that, Sugar Plum. My sleep pattern is disturbed at present. I just need to be free of circumscribed physical movement for a few minutes. I'll sleep on the sofa bed if you like.
Don't you know when a woman wants to make love with you?
Well, that's rather inconvenient with you here.
Nurse?
Penny, I can't see what the problem is. If you measure the average sleep-bearing load response of this bed and the sofa bed, you'll find there's a virtual equivalence.
You keep me at a distance all the time. It's just like the keys.
I fail to see the relevance.
We've been seeing each other for nearly a year and you still won't give me keys to your flat. You afraid I'll mess up your labelling?
It's not that, Rosy Cheeks. I mean, I love you and so forth. It's actually a household contents insurance prerequisite.
Oh.
You're not a registered key holder under the terms of the aforesaid contract.
That's it. I just don't register. Look at me. You have got to be more in touch with your feelings, more emotional.
I think you'll find I am extremely emotional.
Douglas, Shouting yes at the television when Brian Lara hits a 6 is not an emotion.
Yes, what if I shout, wicked?
Douglas, there's a child inside you struggling to get out.
I think you'll find there isn't. I mean, the biological complications are such
that... There's a therapy. They take you back to your childhood through meditation and role play. A girl at my office tried it.
Oh, really? And what happened? Is she back at primary school now?
It's been a big success in California. I think we should both go.
Look, I absolutely draw the line at these so-called Californian therapists. I mean, they're all drug casualties from the 60s. They're all mad.
And you're not. Barristers wear wigs, not stockings.
Ah, that's where you're wrong, you see. This is not a barrister thing. This is a black man ting. As we say in our pat way.
So you see yourself as some kind of soul brother, do you?
Well, yes, I'm very much in touch with my origins. People of similar hue. It's part of my raison d'etre, as it were.
You're more English than I am.
Absolute tosh. You are so wide of the mark, you really are.
Oh, Dougie. I didn't mean anything bad. I just meant that because you're you, I don't see you as any colour, that's all. You just need a little bit of loosening up.
Careful! I've just had those pressed. In a nutshell, insider dealing takes place where an individual or organization buys or sells securities while knowingly in possession of some piece of information which, if it were available to the general public, would be likely to materially affect the price of those securities. However, one must be proved to have known that one was connected with the company whose shares were being traded.
Well, we are directors of the company whose shares were...
Well, in that case, you'll be assumed to have known you were connected with it.
If the offence were to be established, what's the worst the court could impose?
Oh, nothing too beastly.
Well?
7 years imprisonment, a substantial fine, and disqualification from running an investment business.
There's a Miss Beaumont on the line, sir.
Tell her I'm in conference.
She says it's urgent.
Okay, put her through. Sorry, gentlemen. Hello?
Where are you? You were meant to be at my office by 6.
In what connection is that, please?
You're meeting my parents tonight. Don't tell me that didn't register.
The file was mislaid, I think.
You did forget, you bastard.
Ah, not legitimate, you say?
Oh, you've got clients with you. Right. Can you be there by 8?
The parameters are 8 to 8.5.
If you're not there by 8:30, I'll ladder your bloody hairnet.
I note your intention.
Say you love me.
That is indeed, in fact, the situation.
So,
I give you my unequivocal assurance of my commitment to the aforementioned statement.
are you dying for it? I am.
My client's dying. Can you elaborate on that, please?
I'm going to be your sex kitten.
What would that entail?
Lots of rubbing, up and down.
I'm getting the picture.
Then I'm going to whip out my tongue and lick you.
That seems the best solution in the situation, in the circumstances. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Right. Where were we?
What are our chances?
Can you keep us out of jail?
Right. The situation is that in the event of sex kitten... I'm sorry. The body rub. I'm sorry.
What?
Under the provisions of the Company Sexy Dealing Act, a number of factual and mental elements must be established. Established.
Darling,
Yes?
it's the Caribbean times.
Yes?
We live in Surrey, dear.
It doesn't hurt to be aware of world events, Joan. I'm reading a very interesting article on the bauxite exports of Suriname.
After you, then. And it's got nothing to do with your daughter having a relationship with a person from the underdeveloped countries.
I do hope you're teasing, Joan. I've always been fascinated by the Third World. Every year, my favourite event at the Royal Tournament is that marvellous display by the Gurkhas. Wonderful ambassadors for their country. Anyway, it doesn't hurt to converse with someone on a subject of interest to them.
Darling, the boy's a lawyer. Why on earth should he be interested in bauxite?
I'm sure he's highly sophisticated.
I do think it's so important not to be patronising to people. I met this charming Nigerian lady at the Corona Society last week. She was very well educated. We had a stimulating conversation. She actually taught me things I didn't know.
Oh, really? What were they?
I can't remember now, dear.
Where are they, then?
Well, they're not due for another half hour.
It doesn't hurt to be half an hour early.
Look Heather! Look Heather, my dear! Would you like some look Heather, my dear?
Oh, yes, OK. Oh, that's nice of you. Thank you so much.
Anything to spare, sir? Anything for a little one, sir?
OK, yes, Oh dear, all I seem to have is rather large denomination. Well, I might have something for the little one.
Thank you kindly, sir. That'll bring you good luck, that will. Good luck.
Oh, good luck.
Good fortune.
Oh, marvellous. Thank you very much.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, darling. Have you been eating properly? You look dreadfully thin, doesn't she, dear?
Where's your young man, then?
He had to see clients. He's coming on his own.
He's not going to be late, is he?
He'll be here at about 8:30 on the dot.
Alan, remember, relax.
I just think punctuality is vitally important, that's all. It's a mark of character and good manners.
What's that smell? I thought you were doing roast.
It's air sopa de langosta e camarones.
What?
Air sopa de langosta e camarones.
She's been practising that all day. Lobster and prawn stew.
This is for Douglas, isn't it? Because his mother's from Trinidad.
No. Lobster was on special offer from Waitrose.
I told you. Just a normal meal.
But we've never had an old Carthusian ex-Brasenose College diplomat son from Ghana for dinner before.
But Douglas is English. He played rugby for his school. He won a prize for singing in the choir. He even won a prize for reciting Kipling's If.
My word, he does sound clever. No prizes for timekeeping, perhaps.
Oh, hello, brother.
Brother? What the hell are you talking about? Since when is me and his family?
I'm most dreadfully sorry. It's just that as we are of the same hue, I thought that there might be some cultural solidarity, at least.
Same hue? Cultural what? Show me your damn ticket.
Well, that's it. I seem to have lost my wallet. I've got a very important dinner engagement in Farnham, and unfortunately I can't be delayed. However, I will give you my name and address, my particulars, and I assure you you'll have the relevant £1.50 by return of post. I'm a barrister, by the way.
Yes. And I'm a ticket collector. What make you people so cunning, have on suit, and saying you is liar just not to pay your fare? Show me your ticket or I'm going to call the inspector.
Look, this really is absurd. You have my particulars and my assurance that the relevant fare will be with you by return of post. I bid you good day.
Hello? Criminal avoiding arrest.
Just a minute, sir.
Oh, hello, officer. Look, I'm in a dreadful hurry. I really must be on the next Farnham train. It leaves in 1 minute.
Sir, I have information that you've just tried to evade paying your fare for a journey that you took.
Now, look here. I did have a season, but I've lost my wallet.
What is your name, sir?
Douglas Obasanjo.
Can you spell that, please?
O-B-A-S.
No, Douglas, sir.
Very jolly. Look, I'm going to miss my train. I've got a very important dinner engagement with my girlfriend Penny and her parents. Her father's a stickler for punctuality. He's not particularly keen on Catholics either, which I happen to be. You can see my predicament. Late for dinner and a Catholic.
So you're a Catholic, are you, sir? Well, as one Catholic to another, you've stitched yourself right up.
You think we'd get a phone call at least?
Perhaps he's decided not to come. You didn't tell him about my cooking, did you?
For God's sakes, poor baby. He could be lying in a ditch somewhere.
I think we would have heard if his train had gone into a ditch in Farnham, Penny.
Yes, that would have made an incredible bang. Of course, he could have crashed at Waterloo. We wouldn't have heard that.
Stop it, will you?
And his father's a diplomat. I mean, it's elementary diplomacy. You're going to be late. You ring up to apologise.
You think I'm going to cry?
Oh, it's not your fault, Penny. Not entirely, anyway.
Hello? No, I haven't. Yes? Yes?
What's happened?
That is good news. Yes. Marvellous. Goodbye.
Well, who was that?
Someone asking if I'd heard the good news about Christ.
Right. I've had enough. The whole of Surrey's had their dinner. Now it's my turn.
This is an abuse of civil rights. You're not seriously planning to detain me, are you?
Oh, just till we find out your star sign, sir.
Right, you empty your pockets. You are making a serious mistake. I'm a personal friend of the Prime Minister of Barbados. He's my #1 spy.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe he can come down here and empty them for you.
I wish to report a stolen wallet of brown hue with the monogram D.O.
Thank you. Right, one bit of shrubbery. One white handkerchief. One carton of Smarties.
Actually, a Smarties carton. The carton is empty. There are no Smarties in the carton, therefore it cannot be described as a carton of Smarties. It is merely a carton, a Smarties carton.
One carton of Smarties.
Oh dear, oh dear. Could you explain it to him, please?
All right, you reach. Respect. She'll come with my release papers then, innit?
I'm afraid not.
So what here else you go wake me up and push up for this time of night?
I'm afraid due to a most appalling faux pas, a rather egregious error, I'm being detained.
Detained? You mean them have handcuffed on you, Attorney General?
Because I lost my wallet, it seems they are of the opinion that I was in the process of obtaining a pecuniary advantage by deception upon the railway.
Oh, fear dodging. Well, now you have a chance to taste, what you did call it? Oh, the Spartan regime. No, star. That's mine. See a bunk there?
Well, it can't be any worse than public schools. Cross-country run at Sparrowfart, first thing, bowl of anemic porridge and into chapel by 8 o'clock.
Oh, so it's one of them Heaton and Harrow boy them.
Oh, no, Charterhouse, actually. Girdleston nights, to be exact.
You see what I mean, though? All them big name school, and you still end up with your backside, yes, sir. But you know why them have you on the manners, though, don't it?
I'm sorry?
You know why them have you lock up, yes, sir?
Well, of course. Overzealous policing combined with alarming misfortune.
Dread. Them have you lock up, yes, sir, because you're the black man. As simple as that.
Oh, I see. What, this is the notion that one's hue automatically results in one's being persecuted and victimized. Dread, I'm as roots and culture as the next guy. Well, yes, I mean, racism exists. Of course it does. But does it do to beef about it the whole time? I mean, we're living in a classless society. I've got money, you've got money. We're all doing very well. Okay. Perhaps you may have fallen on hard times. But I really do think that one makes one's own fortune. See?
Mr. Obasanjo, come with me, please. You can make that phone call now.
Oh, thank you so much.
Me did make a phone call too.
You'll stay the night, won't you, dear?
I can't understand it. I know he loves me in his own way. We have a great time in bed.
So do your father and I, dear. We read for hours.
That's him, I know it.
Beaumont household?
Mr. Beaumont, how do you do? Douglas Obasanjo. I'm dreadfully sorry. I'm at a police station.
It's him. He's at a police station. They've found him.
Marvellous.
He's only been missing an hour. Wonderful. That's what you get when you vote for a law and order government.
Douglas, what's happened? He's been arrested.
You're being late for a dinner party.
It's quite simple, Pudding. If you can verify my identity and corroborate our plans for the evening, I shall be released.
I've got to come to the station.
Well, I could spend the night here, but one has to share a room, and some of the chaps are rather confused. In addition, some of the facilities leave rather a lot to be desired, so on reflection, I would quite like that sex kitten body rub.
Douglas, at this precise moment, I'm more inclined to cut it off.
Don't cut him off, dear. One is all he's allowed.
If you can just go to the flat and get my passport, that'll clear this matter up.
But Douglas, how will I get in? You haven't given me the keys.
Oh dear, oh yes.
So it looks like you'll be spending the night with your new friends.
Why, look like a free paper bun. I know them have you under manners. You can't come out. Brother, you have to wake up. Read your history. Study your Malcolm X, your Marcus Garvey, your George Jackson.
I'm sure I shall be released post-haste. Immediately the gravity of the error that has been made here is appreciated. This will probably be me now.
Mr. Johnson, your new brief's here to see you.
Oh.
Your new brief? What, are you abandoning my professional services?
Me did call another liar. Now why you do my case no more, see?
Well, that's your right, of course, but I would advise you of the danger of taking...
I'm afraid I shall be expressing my disapproval of this young man in the strongest possible terms. I shall give him a piece of my mind.
There he is. You stay here.
Oh, Pudding, you are so clever. How did you get my passport? Did you break into the flat?
I had a spare set made on Saturday.
Oh, you little vixen. You had an awful evening. Your parents must be furious.
Oh, come and see.
What, are they here? Oh, how marvellous.
Joan and Alan, Douglas Obasanjo.
What a pleasure to meet you both at last. Though I do apologise unreservedly for the venue.
Oh, not at all. It could happen to anyone. In fact, it's probably hard not to get arrested in London these days.
I do hope they haven't been beastly to you and that you've been kept warm. These old buildings can get dreadfully cold, can't they?
Oh, yes, indeed.
I feel so disappointed. I wanted this evening to be special.
But it is special, Penny. Douglas has just been released from custody.
Oh, hello. This is Mr. Johnson, the gentleman that I represented and shared my cell with, and represented.
Oh, nice to meet you. Have you had a pleasant stay?
Well, yes, thank you.
We're probably just going to get something to eat. Would you care to join us?
Oh, well, thank you very much, but, business, runnings, you know. Baby them, pitney them, see? One love, though. One tight. Oh, cool. Read your book, then.
I didn't understand any of that, I'm afraid.
Well, he was saying that...
He'd love to, but unfortunately he has to go and visit his children, who are currently residing with the love of his life. Well, I never miss Desmond's. Douglas, would you say that your misfortunes this evening were due to the appalling attitude of the police to persons such as yourself?
Well, that's a very interesting question, Joan, but on balance, I'd say that...
Let go of me, man, I ain't done nothing.
Does that answer your question?
Come on, you empty your pockets.
Allow me to expedite this matter. Respect, brethren, respect. My experience here has been an object lesson in the abuse of civil liberties. Rest assured that as a brethren and a lawyer, I shall use my best endeavours to secure scrutiny of the measures whereby... Isn't that my wallet? Hello, Pen. Can't get to sleep on that awful sofa bed. Gosh, lovebird, do you know, if you hadn't had those keys cut, I'd still be in prison by now.
Stay.
Horrifying thought. But despite that, you know, I think the whole evening has been rather, well, interesting, really.
Interesting.
Interesting. A 4-hour nightmare ending in a police station. Is that your idea of interesting? No.
I'm sorry. What can I do to make it up to you?
You can hum, Douglas.
Hum? Hum what?
Hum. Just hum. That's the first step. We'll take the next one tomorrow night. Louder. From the centre of your body, Douglas.
Oh. That's about the centre, isn't it? Oh.
Come on now. Find that inner child. Release it. Let it blossom. Dig deep and find that child within. Dig deep and find the child within you. Give it birth, 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 give it birth. It's there. It's there.
Douglas?
Oh, hello. I found my inner child and he's waiting for me in the foyer.